Good morning. Welcome to Cure Insurance Arena for the East Brunswick High School Class of 2019 graduation ceremony. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by the Student Council President, Michelle Lau.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as our award-winning chorus and band, led by Mr. Adam Good and Mr. Brian Toth, present the national anthem and the alma mater.
Thank you. Please be seated. A farewell address will now be presented by the Class of 2019 President, Christine Lee.
Good morning. Welcome teachers, Board of Education members, administration, family, friends, and of course, the East Brunswick High School Class of 2019. I'd like to start off by recognizing this year's Teacher of the Year, Ms. Lynn Capusta, and the Support Staff Person of the Year, Ms. Rhiannon Ocello. Please stand so we can show our immense gratitude to you and your work. I'd also like to ask the rest of our incredible teachers and faculty to stand. We are forever grateful for your guidance and dedication over these past 4 years. Thank you. Now to you, fellow members of the Class of 2019, I want to offer my sincerest congratulations to each of you here today. Throughout our years at East Brunswick High School, we have grown in remarkable ways, developing a strong foundation to go out into the world as braver, stronger, and smarter individuals. However, this journey was by no means an easy one. There are all the hardships and struggles that come with being young adults discovering themselves, bravery, strength, and intelligence are three important values which we have slowly learned to incorporate in our day-to-day lives. Bravery is not only found in our favorite superhero movies like Endgame, I'm looking at you, Marvel fans, where the good guys defeat the bad guys with a sacrificial snap of their fingers. Bravery is found in the students who strike up conversations with those who have no one else to talk to during lunch. Bravery is found in those who dare to speak up in class and pose questions or counter arguments, because there's nothing more terrifying than remaining passive in your learning. Strength is not only found in the way we shoulder heavy backpacks filled with books back and forth to school each day. Strength is found in the moments when we overcome the pressures of academic excellence and achievement to seek meaningful experiences that only being a young, eager high school student can afford you. Strength is found in our incredible parents and family members who sacrifice so much working 12 hours a day in a small dry cleaning store for many years to get you opportunities they could only dream of. Thank you, Manapa. Sarangeo. Sorry. Intelligence is not only found in those with the highest grade point averages or the ones who take the hardest advanced placement in honors classes. Intelligence is found in those who persevere to overcome their own individual obstacles, like the hard physics concept, tricky monologue in the school play, or tough drill during soccer practice. Intelligence is found in those who understand that everyone's success is independent of each other's, that we all have our own stories, and that each of those stories is valid. The author of Winnie the Pooh, Alan Alexander Milne, once said, "Promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." In this fast-paced world, it's easy to lose sight of these important reminders as we stumble blindly into our futures. However, I urge each and every one of you here today to never forget those words. Hold them near and dear to your heart throughout the years to come. As I now approach the end of my remarks, I hope to leave you all with this final message. Regardless of where we go from here or what we do, remember that we are all braver, stronger, and smarter individuals as a result of our time at EBHS, and the world is an infinitely better place for it. Thank you so much for this incredible honor, and congratulations once again to the East Brunswick High School class of 2019.
We will now hear from the valedictorian of the class of 2019, Jonathan Shung.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone who helped make this day possible. All of us graduates have gotten so much support from our teachers and families, as well as from the Board of Education. Personally, I want to thank my teachers, especially those of you who had to deal with me for more than 1 year. Mr. Cohen, Mrs. Estep, Mrs. Berkovich, and really Dr. Gopal. Also, my parents, who've always been there for me with anything and everything I ever needed. And lastly, my friends. You guys know who you are, and I definitely wouldn't have made it here without you guys. And this is probably the part of the speech where I should cut to some inspiring quote or begin building up to some big message, but I'm honestly not very good at that, so let's talk about potatoes. To me, potatoes have always been very interesting. Did you know that they have 48 chromosomes? That's one more pair than the average human being. I learned that in 9th grade biology. And as it turns out, potatoes come up a lot in all sorts of classes. In physics, a potato launch is a good model to teach trajectories and kinematics. And while the Irish potato famine wasn't covered in world history, it did inspire Jonathan Swift's famous satire, A Modest Proposal, which many of us read in English. I'm also pretty sure that the art history kids have studied Van Gogh's famous The Potato Eaters. And potato also happens to be the default unit in Mrs. Cisneros' class, by which I mean if we ever forgot to write our units next to our answers, we got a big red potatoes with a question mark and a -1 point. I assure you that you can mention any class to me, and I could somehow make potatoes a relevant topic of discussion. And I think it's notable that such a blatantly plain object could feel so obscure when mentioned out of the blue, that a possibly irrelevant detail of our lives, when observed, appears to pop up all over the place. Perhaps potatoes are an overly trivial example, but there are a lot of little things that will influence life that can go unnoticed or unappreciated. Those many high fives of encouragement, the pieces of advice you pick up here and there, and every little moment of wonder you've ever felt. We've all definitely had our ups and downs, moments of glory and or seemingly abject failure, the big deals. But high school and life can't possibly be made with only these extremes. It has to be a continuous experience. We'll all remember the big milestones and mess-ups of our lives, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't appreciate the small steps that joined them. From things like potato chips eaten while studying for finals, or the fries you had on your first date, to the friend who shared a study guide with you or introduced you to that date. As you all go off chasing whatever dreams you have or working towards your goals for the future, I hope you don't forget to make the most out of the ordinary days too. I'd say to enjoy the simple, the daily, the seemingly mundane, appreciate any help, encouragement, or inspiration, and don't forget to value the details. After all of that, East Brunswick class of 2019, I wish you the best of luck and plenty of potatoes.
The chorus will now present their rendition of You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen, arranged by Mac Huff. We will now hear from the faculty speaker as voted by the members of the graduating class of 2019, Mr. Robert Sislian.
Thank you for choosing me to be your faculty speaker. I am honored for this opportunity to speak to you. I have a confession to make, class of 2019, so it's good that you're seated. I've decided it would be better if you just stayed. Don't go to college. Come back in September and we'll read Beowulf again. I'm sure we missed something. Or perhaps we could write a few more wedding toasts and how-to speeches. I'm sure your parents would be glad, too. Okay, just kidding. That would be a recipe for disaster. But you can't live life by a recipe because you may never find what you're good at, or more importantly, what you really love to do. You see, there's no recipe for success. Only safety and risk. Please, allow me to explain. When I cook, something just seems to work. I'm inspired, I'm passionate, I'm excited for the possibility of sharing something I love with the people I love. And for that opportunity, I am always thankful. My mom and dad taught me so much about life. But their collective love of cooking, that I will cherish always. When I was a kid, our table was full, the food was delicious, and the guests laughed and shared stories into the night. A tradition of community, great memories, and good eating that I will pass on as a legacy to my son. A full table, surrounded by family and friends, is truly a blessing. But you still need good food to get people to stay, right? Well, let's just say that the food wasn't always good, and I didn't always possess an aptitude for cooking. The first dish I ever cooked was in nursery school. It was a rubber dragon that I put in the toaster oven. I really wanted to see it breathe fire. And breathe it did. All over my parents' kitchen and most of the first floor. My parents were so proud. The first dish I ever cooked for my wife, well, that didn't turn out so well either. When Mrs. Sislian asked me if the grill was supposed to be on fire like that, I ran and hastily doused the flames with the hose. I don't remember the recipe saying anything like, coat chicken breasts with sauce, place on grill, and wait until flame burns out of control. So needless to say, I didn't always love cooking. In fact, the genesis of my passion for food came more out of necessity and less out of desire. Before I left for college, my mom wanted to make sure I would eat well. So she created a recipe box for me that was full of her favorites: pot roast, spaghetti, chili, you name it. Now keep in mind, my mom would have been much happier to just move in with me and cook all the food. But she made a concession and allowed me to part with her recipe box. I made these dishes so many times that I no longer needed the recipes. And over time, I had adjusted them to suit what I wanted to taste and share in a dish. I was cooking without a recipe, and only then did I truly begin to love the result. What is a recipe anyway? A collection of prescribed items that are prepared and combined? It's a set of instructions. A recipe is safe. A recipe is conventional. A recipe is what someone thinks is good for you, and they think tastes good to them. The late Anthony Bourdain said that good food and good eating is all about risk. And let's face it, cooking without a recipe is taking a risk. Class of 2019, when you leave today and start your next step, will you follow a recipe? Will your lives be a list of items prepared and combined? Will you live a life of convention and safety? Or will you take a risk and choose the roads less traveled? I believe you will. As I look at the faces of so many I have taught, I am confident that you are full of promise. I challenge you to go beyond the recipe and find what tastes best to you. If you do, your passion and love will make the world a sweeter place. Relish all of the bold flavors and exotic spices life has to offer. Share your table with others who might be different from you and learn from them. Learn from your mistakes. Incinerate the chicken sometimes. Always season your life to taste. And remember, you can always follow the recipe, but I kind of hope you don't. Thank you.
The principal's message will now be presented by Dr. Michael W. Vanella.
Good morning, Dr. Valesky, President Becker, members of the Board of Education, school administration, esteemed faculty and staff, parents, relatives, friends, those watching the live stream, and the reason why we are all here today, the graduating class of 2019. It is such a pleasure to share this special day. Standing up here on stage, I can feel the emotions that fill this arena, on the floor, on the stage, and in the stands. Class of 2019, we have all come together today to help write the final lines of this chapter in your life's story and to turn the page to begin a new one. Parents, you're probably sitting up there in the stands wondering, where have all the years gone? How can we be writing the final lines of your son or daughter's high school chapter? It seemed like just yesterday you were turning the page from the early childhood chapter to that turbulent teenage chapter. Well, I guess some chapters are easier to close than others. Class of 2019, you're probably sitting there saying, hurry up, Dr. V, and finish so I can get my diploma, write the final lines of the last page of this chapter. Patience. I will be quick, and you should not rush life. Enjoy writing each line in your book of life. Graduates, the chapter that ends today in your book of life was an excellent one. Let me share highlights for what you left in our chapter. Academically, again, over 95% of our graduates will be going on to college. You, class of 2019, had an average GPA over 3.5, and 172 of you had a 4.0 grade point average or higher. Amongst you are 53 commended students and 10 National Merit finalists. You amassed an SAT score of 1172, one of the highest in school history. You were part of a group that took 450 college-level courses and 1,482 college credits, saving mom and dad over $500,000. We have 15 high honor candidates, 346 Presidential Excellence Awards, 169 earned the Seal of Biliteracy. Part of a group where 594 students were inducted to 10 different honor societies. We won many academic team titles, and of course, what would be the academic chapter be without our IPPL team winning another state title and representing New Jersey in Washington, D.C. But the lines in the chapter didn't stop there. In athletics, we saw two Red Division team champions, girls soccer and boys tennis. 4 GMC tournament champions in boys golf, boys winter track, boys soccer, and girls soccer. And how about those 2 sectional championships in girls bowling and boys soccer? But you did it with honor and integrity, winning 2 sportsmanship awards in softball and lacrosse. There were also many individual awards, 56 all Red Division student athletes, 42 all GMC athletes, several individual GMC champions, sectional champions, and 32 student athletes among you have committed to play sports at the next level. The arts chapter was just as good. The Chamber Orchestra won Best Ensemble in the 2018 Rutgers String Day. 15 orchestra students were accepted into the CJMEA High School Regional Orchestra. 6 students were accepted into the 2019 NGMEA All-State Orchestra. 19 students were accepted into Region 2 Chorus this year, and 6 students participated in the NJMEA All-State Chorus. Bella Voce and Concert Choir received highest ratings at the ACDA competition, and our Jazz Ensemble achieved state finals for the 2nd consecutive year, with a student in the band achieving 4 years of all-region honors. '68 were inducted into our Tri-M National Music Honor Society, and they raised thousands of dollars for our Give a Note Foundation. And what about our drama club? The Tempest and the Music Band performed to packed houses and were met with rave reviews. Finally, our student artwork was displayed and presented at art galleries across the state. And again, we were garnered with a 2019 Best Community for Art Education by NAMM Foundation. But class of 2019, you also worked thousands of hours of community service, giving back to our school and community. Who could forget Relay for Life, Powder Puff, the annual gift drive, the senior prom, and the blood drive? And they were such good sports with their community service, the class of 2019 even was kind enough to save Miss Shea and I a trip to Home Depot by delivering us our own personal mulch. So, as you can see, it was a very successful chapter. But what lies ahead in the next chapter for the class of 2019? I can tell you, when I was in your seat, it was an emotional roller coaster, as the blank pages in the next chapter of my life were exciting but scary at the same time. So I would like to share a few thoughts from what I learned when authoring the next chapter in life after high school. First, no matter where your next destination is, Bring your book with you, keep writing, and share it with others, especially the ones that love you and are here today. Second, as you go along your journey, be the character in your book that does not sit on the sidelines, but always puts forth the effort to make our world a better place. It is also good to be a supporting character in other people's books. You will take the leading role in your story and will author the journey your story takes. But do not keep your nose buried in the book, as you will impact others' characters and the directions their lives take as well. Graduates, look up in the stands. These are the people that must remain in your upcoming chapters and you in theirs. We thank them for all they did for us, as well as those that protected us. Speaking about those that have protected us, at this time, I'd like to ask all members of the class of 2019 going into a military academy or service, as well as those in the audience and serving or as have served, to please stand at this time and be recognized. On behalf of the EBHS community, we thank you for your dedication and service. Graduates, be the one that speaks the authority in your next chapter of life. Siri, Alexa, Hey Google should not be your default writer. Many of us have become used to these smart assistants in answering our questions, ordering our tasks, and telling us what direction to go in. Strings of computer code should not dictate your writing. Class of 2019, I implore you not to cede the authorship of your next chapter to an algorithm. As you leave the arena today, don't take the path of least resistance. Take the path that inspires you to show up what you stand for, as these will be the best pages to write. As you head into the new chapter, type with pride and use every word and phrase to spread EB excellence. Remember, editing and revising is recommended, and you do not have to write for a Newbery medal. You do need to write for yourself and those that love you. Class of 2019, trust the next chapter in life, as you know the author. Your book of life will be happy and sad chapters as well. Understand, even the saddest of chapters will come to an end. My hope is that you will write the sad chapters swiftly and the happy chapters slowly. In closing, class of 2019, we are so very proud of you and the chapter you wrote in our EBHS book. Now, let's all move on to finally getting those diplomas so we can write the final lines, close the chapter, and turn the page. Best of luck, class of 2019. Before we award medals of valedictorian, salutatorian, and highest honors, I would like to thank our entire EBHS faculty and staff for the tremendous work they do with our students in and out of the classroom. Thank you. Our award-winning high school staff said goodbye to 7 members of the EBHS team who dedicated 175 years to serving our students. With us today is one of those individuals, Miss Cindy Collins, our devoted media specialist. Cindy, please stand and be recognized. At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Shea and Mr. Pazinko to assist me in awarding medals of recognition to our valedictorian, salutatorian, and highest honors recipients. First, valedictorian and highest honors, Jonathan Shung. Salutatorian and highest honors, Alfred Lee. Highest honors, Isabel Capaverde. Highest honors, Ray Chen. Told you, you just feel the passion up here on stage, right? Highest honors, Omar Khan. Highest honors, Amy Lee. Highest honors, Damin Lim. Highest honors, Jessica Ling. Highest honors, Alexander Narishkin. Highest honors, Joseph Petroselli. Highest honors, Joseph Preziosi. Highest honors, Sari Ryder. Highest honors, Jack Rollman. Highest honors, Sneh Shah. Highest honors, Maxwell Wang. Congratulations and best of luck to the class of 2019.
Our superintendent, Dr. Victor Valesky, will now address the graduates.
Good morning, class of 2019, and all your families, whether here or watching via live stream. The older I get, the more I realize some of the lessons that have guided me have come from real-life experiences. Some of those experiences came during my youngest years, but I didn't effectively apply what I learned until later in life. So let me share a snippet from my early years. When I was 11 years old, I was a daredevil on my bicycle, and my friends were too. The moms in our neighborhood shook their heads in disbelief at some of our antics. Honestly, we kept our most outrageous stunts from public view. We had worn a path along the woods near our housing development. We would pedal down the path at full speed, dive into the woods, and navigate steep inclines and a couple of dips, and back out onto the path. As we got more confident, ideas for new challenges would emerge. It became time to add a jump ramp along the path. The extra complexity of jumping our bikes and landing upright just before heading into the woods seemed like a reasonable step in building our bicycling skill set. And once we mastered the jumping part, we concentrated on how far we could jump. I do not recall how it evolved, but somehow we decided digging a trench past the jump was an excellent idea. We'd been marking our jumping distances over time and dug the trench to be about 1 foot deep, 4 feet wide, and a little shorter than what we thought was our average jumping distance. I courageously, or foolishly, depending on your perspective, volunteered to pioneer the first jump of the newly dug trench. I raced down the path to approach the jump. All appeared good until going airborne, when I immediately knew that I was about to experience an outcome I had not planned. I had not pulled up on the handlebars as I left the ramp, and my front tire struck the far wall of the trench. My bike and I parted ways. My bike was broken, I was battered. I was not going to look very good for the first day of school, 6th grade, by the way, which happened to be the next day. I hobbled home to my mom, who was neither pleased or sympathetic. It was not a good day. What had gone wrong? It was simple, really. I was overconfident and underprepared. Ironically, over my life, I can point to specific events when the outcomes were not what I expected, and the root cause was because I was either overconfident or underprepared or a combination of the two. And maybe you can relate to that. So how does one fix this problem? In order to grow, you have to be willing to push yourself. And the more you push yourself, the more likely you'll experience outcomes you had not forecasted. Instead of considering anything a failure, repurpose it as a step in your learning process. Be willing and adaptable to adjust both your approach and your expectations. Sometimes you need to move sideways before you can move forward. Looking back at my story, I could have accomplished the exact same outcome by riding around the jump in the trench. I could have avoided the trauma and the drama. Physically, I would have ended up at the same spot. And ultimately, each of us needs to be satisfied with whatever path we take. One final thought. I recommend surrounding yourself with a core group of close friends who can give you honest feedback, even during the times you do not want it. They will be the same people who will become your biggest cheerleaders, and we need that from time to time. That said, I'm going to enlist the help of someone who has demonstrated some of the biggest spirit of the class of 2019. Connor Chung, where are you? Connor, will you? Connor's bared end send-off doesn't get any better than that. I believe you are all now ready for the next step. Best of luck, class of 2019. Congratulations to each of you. President Becker and members of the Board of Education, as superintendent of schools, I certify that the students assembled here have completed all the state and local education requirements for the issuance of a high school diploma, and I recommend to the Board of Education that they be granted their diplomas.
Ms. Vicki Becker, President of the Board of Education, will now say a few words.
Good morning. Here you all are, waiting to start the rest of your lives. It's kind of daunting, scary, and exciting, as others have mentioned. Something filled with a lot of question marks, and you can't fill in those answers today or tomorrow. They will come as the rest of your life does, with each day and each experience. But you do have some control. You will have choices and decisions that you alone can make. I want to talk to you today about one of those decisions. You've all heard the phrase, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it still make a sound? Well, I want to change that up a bit and ask you this. Whatever you have been doing outside of school up until now is about to change into a different gear. It is no longer going to help you get into college or get you a job from high school or into the military. Therefore, my question to you is the one KJ Del Antonio posed to her readers in a recent article in the New York Times. Do you still do your thing, whatever your thing is, when no one is watching? What do you do when it is not a means to an end? And I'm not putting this all on you. As adults, we have definitely given you the sense that you were putting effort and commitment into some activities because there was an end goal in sight, often admission into the college of your choice. When you twirled around the living room when you were about 8 and said, "Look at me, I'm dancing." Next day, on the fridge, 10-year calendar filled in with all kinds of rehearsals and performances. Or when you were 5 and you ran into the backyard and said, "This is fun," as you hit or kicked a ball, 10-year calendar on the fridge, detailing practices, away games, tournaments, and travel weekends. The refrigerator was full of oranges just waiting to be cut into perfect quarters for healthy halftime snacks, and the car trunk was overflowing with little juice boxes with those tiny straws that always got caught in between the car seats. I miss those oranges and juice boxes. I really do. But I feel we have done you somewhat of a disservice. When you have been taught that many things you do have an end game, how do you know that now you can do them because you want to? How can you know that you now have the freedom to take advantage of opportunities simply because you decide to? This is not to say that all those years of violin lessons, drama rehearsals, hours spent practicing for an IPPL competition weren't your choice, weren't something you wanted to do. We knew that, and that was always a factor in our encouragement and support. But there will always be an application in your future. For grad school, a job, there will always be a resume to update, and your passion should not be defined by doing something so you can check off a box or fill in a blank, because your life is not an application. If I can give you any words of wisdom, it would be to give yourself permission to do something just because you love it. When my son graduated high school after playing soccer since he was 5, he told me he was done and didn't know if he'd ever play soccer again. Fast forward to one night during his senior year of college, and we were on the phone, and he said to me, "Mom, I have to get off now. I have to go to practice." "Practice?" I said, never thinking I'd hear that word again. "Yeah," he said, "I joined an intramural soccer team at school." I was finally reminded how much I love this game. No standings, no starting, no tournaments, no pressure. Just playing a game I love. Gotta go, Mom. My children have given me many moments of joy in my life, but I don't think my son realized how much joy he provided in that small moment, and I don't know if he realized what a gift he gave himself. So best of luck to you, class of 2019, as you go forth and conquer, but along the way, do something because you want to, because you love it, not because there's a box waiting to be checked. Thank you. Dr. Valesky, Dr. Vanilla, members of the Board of Education, on behalf of the East Brunswick Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the administration of East Brunswick High School and the school district and direct that the class of 2019 be awarded their diplomas.
Face down right here. I put my water on the right. Jonathan Shung. Alfred Lee. Isabel Victoria Campaverde. Ray Chen. Omar Khan. Amy Lee. Damin Lim. Jessica Ling. Alexander Narishkin. Joseph Petroselli. Joseph Preziosi. Sari Hope Ryder. Jack Evan Rollman. Sneh Shah. Maxwell Wang. Christine Lee. Justin Carew. Srisaria Jaka. Tyler Yen. Faith Hudson. Amanda Belmar. Mia Austin. Michelle Lau. Flavia Grip. Jackie Huang. Derek Wang. Kirthana Manivasakan. Andy Abdel Sayed. Vivian Abdo. Brianna Acevedo. Saad Aftab. Hannah Jean On. Rebecca Eisen. Joseph Al Adam. Stephen Alemo. We good? Akeem Alexander. Maxim Alexeev. Thoraya Al-Gabari. Liana Allen. Emily Alter. Esmeralda Jalise Alvarado. Sarah Amer. Kendra Selena Amos. Oh, sorry. Cameron Lisa Anderson. Aiden Matthew Andrusick. Shama Untala. Danielle Arpaio. Robert Arpaio. Palin Arhan. Noe Avila Herrera. Myrna Awad. Yukarsh Aswadi. Matthew Ayub. Jessica Babich. Hannah Elizabeth Baby. Nicole Balabov. Alexis Lynn Ball. Jada Imani Ball. Rishi Banerjee. David Benyamin. Nicolette Berry. Stephen Barsoom. Catherine Barishnikov. Gabrielle Rose Bashaw. Maximos Basilius. Joseph Bastidas Vera. Jake Cittadino. Justin Cittadino. Sean Kelleher. Seth Warner. Joseph Edward Decker. Saharsh Bakshi. Robert Michael Baxter. Ian Becker. Arnav Behel. Emmanuel Beltrick. Matthew Seth Burkus. Joseph Berkowitz. Stephen Berman. Nicole Bernstein. Abhinav Bamidapati. Janil Bhatt.
Anisha Bhattacharya. Pratik Bhushan. Marina Bishara. George Bechet. Jared Bladice. Lucas Blase. Haley Florence LeBlanc-Blum. Michael Bobash. Vidya Alexa Bohachalan. Kyle Thomas Bodner. Alyssa Ann Bondi. Caitlin Bonomo. Paige Patricia Bori. David Bortis. Shoham Bose. Viola Food Botros. Anthony Brancato. Colin Breeden. Drew Joseph Brenner. Jacqueline Hope Broll. Jennifer L. Brahum. Jessica Marie Birch. Daniel Batafuco. Vincent F. Cabrera. Haley Michelle Caffrey. Krista Kagana. Jingyi Kai. Mayfer Kaiser Basorto. Isabella Dene Calderon Rosario. Ashley Kalyaha. Angela Sanka. Elias Cantillo. Trinity Caratenoto. Corrado Dominico Carbone Jr. Alyssa Marie Carrera. Jacob Carter. Isabella R. Caruli. Laura Michelle Caruso. Olivia Madison Casarino. Abigail Cavallo. Eric Chan. Ihan Chan. Jasmine Chang. Daniel Charney. Kushisha Kavala. Amy Che. Albert Leon Chen. Ivy Chen. Kelvin J. Chen. Stanley Chen. William Chen. Arnav Chen Umala. Kush Chatrapati. Dangun Cho. Anisa Rahman Chauhan. Laiba Shoaib Chowdhury. Ian Wilton Choi. Sarah Christensen. Emily Chu. Sarah Grace Chu. Jerry Chung. Catherine Circonciso. Zachary Surin Sionsi. Rebecca Abigail Clark. Jennifer Marie Clark. Erez Cohen. Hannah Nicole Caliuti. Alex Coleman. Lavanya Kola Pancheri Rajagopalan. Haley A. Contrino. Justin Thomas Cormy. Clara Costandi. Connor James Coyle. Brendan Coyne. Mikal Francis Coyne. Matthew Crespi. Naomi Janelle Cruz. Travis Cumber. David Dye. James Nicholas Dallatorre. Nada Daoud. Noga Darwish. Gianna Davidson. Leland Aiden Davies. Raiden Curtis Davies. Mina N. Dawood. John Paul DeAgro. Michael Joseph De Caesar. Noel DiCarlo. Joseph Angelo De Guida Jr. Marco Damien. Aaliyah DeRoche. Atarat Desai. Purav Desai. Raya Desai.
Daniti Harsha De Silva. Vidya Dar. Daniel Diaz. Olivia Rose DeLoro. Tristano Monroe Di Liberto. Jessica Di Matteo. Aiden Doru. Sean Dolan. Casey Ruth Donahue. Samantha Kayla Donahue. Jordan Downer. Sajul Dopatla. Alexandra Catalina Duque. Sarah Ebrahim. Adam Elaboudi. George Emil El Gayar. John El Kumos. Adelini Melia. Amy Estefanos. Kathy Stephanie Ucida. Magdalena Evers. Samuel Fabian. Sarah Fallon. Mark Faltus. John Ralph Familetti. Samuel Reed Farber. Madeline Julia Farrell. Victor Federiet. Jenna Fedosh. Adam Michael Fenn. Alec Xavier Fitzgerald. Mary Elizabeth Fitzgerald. Jillian Fumero. Angel Flores. Kayla Ann Flynn. Kenneth Fong. Juliana Formento. Salvatore Fracono. Brooke Friedman. Brian Fujimoto. Anthony Fullwider. Amanda Gadola. Thomas Gaffney. Adam Gambino. Damiana Gamel. Anushka Ujay Gami. Alan Gahn. Yusuf N. Gergis. Dimitri Gesker. Veronica Gatas. Aisha Gori. Yusuf Gobriel. Meret Gergis. Morahil M. Gergis. Isabel Gertaner. Gabrielle Natasha Goins. Amanda Faye Gold. Lee J. Goldstein. Leandro Goncalves. Alexandra Z. Gonzalez. Jacqueline Giselle Gonzalez. Ian Goodger. Pavel Daniel Gorbatov. Joshua Green. Sydney Greenberg. Imani Jasara Griffin. Joshua Grunberg. Timothy Goodzak. Dulana Gunasena. Tyler Gural. Andrea Eliana Guzman. Andrew R. Guso. Moheb Habashi. Marvi Hanihalan. Jessica Hahn. Phil Hahn. Zainab Hashmi. Christopher Michael Hauser. Ilana F. Herman. Do you know where I stopped? Brandon Ho. Jared Max Hackstad. Ryan Patrick Hoffman. Andrew Hong.
Michaela Hoyer. Lucas Shu. Darren Joseph Helmold. Z Chang Hu. Amira Hussein. Deanna Atalikula. Nicole Ippolito. Ryan Andrew Isaac. Shane P. Jacob. Omar K. Jadun. Sarisha Jagasia. Aparava Jane. Pooja Jane. Leanne P. Janskovic. Rodrigo Gelderis Geldress. Sophia Rose Jenkins. Grace Jong. Jershade, Laura Ann Jershade. Sean Ju. Janice Jane Junn. Vlad Kalpakov. Maryam Ann Camille. Jyoti Kandal. Kunark Kapoor. Philip Joseph Karschmidt. Zachary Katz. Jason C. Kowalczyk. Rory Keegan. Rusty Kelly. Karelos Karyakis. Ramesh R. Khan. Sarah Kayla. Nicholas Kim. Sang Yun Kim. Yarima Kim. Adam Matthew King. Benjamin Kitto. Nicole Klavansky. Megan J. Klinger. Gabrielle Nofomen. Brenna Koikinis. Dina Kolopiev. Okay. Julian Darius Kozowitsky. Emily Covell. Marissa Kowal. Morgan Kowal. Grace Kowalski. David Creamer. Jessica Kramer. Samuel W. Kriegsman. Jonathan Kripat. Christian Kwan. Sahan Kumar Singha. Christina Kuzmina. Justina Jennifer La. Andre Alabib. Vinil Lakaraju. Michael Lagin. Gianna Maria Laraca. Louis Joseph Laraca. Nadir Lachine. Nicolette Marie Laszlo. Ben Loftman. Camila Lebedice. Shaylin Lachorchik. Austin Theodore Lee. Janie Lee. Max Lee. Natalie Lee. Rachel J. Lee. Roy Lee. Trent Lehman. Daniel Michael Lank. Kyle Leone. Caitlin Liu. Kathy Lee. Maggie Lee. Jared Lichter. Jean Lynn. Ariana Vergara. Jeffrey Aravalo. Caitlin Jana Betikis Docknell. Leona Drew. Cynthia Sue. Bezal Kamal. Jillian Anderson.
Karen Anwar. Caitlin Rose Bennett. Raquel Bonifacio. Morgan Brody. Sophia Bulbulia. Emma Chase. Caroline Corinne Chase. Connor Chung. Toby Chung. Gianna Marie Chevron. Zirak Khan Chishti. Sean DeKaiser. Joshua DeMarco. Naomi Festus. Yostina Saleh Faoud. Luke Joseph Gavin. Mary Georges. Mary Gergis. Low lovely. Princess Zoe Godwin. Angelica Hudad. Patrick Hennessy. Shelby Heppel. Derna Jean Jack. Alita Jomi. Aston C. Jones. Amir George Kamal. Megan Kelly. Jessica Havich. Helen Liu. Melanie Jean Mahoney. Gina Marie Maley. Deanna Maldonado. Christopher Manichi. Marina Michael. Lots of notes. Dahlia Mohammed. Natalia Nicole Munoz. John Mark Ofrasio. Tyler Pelton. Christopher Silberlight. Isabella Tavares. Eva Tell. Lexis Trachek. Erin Faith Warren. Gabrielle Wiggum. Dharma Wajasingha. Rachel Wu. Danielle Yan. Angela Yang. Juliana Edelman. Adam Edelman. Jacqueline Olivia Ondeko. Kyle Evan Ondeko. Caitlin Elizabeth Ostrowski. Ryan Joseph Ostrowski. Elliot Rosen. Ethan Rosen. Noah Joseph Weinglass. Zane David Weinglass. Shirley Ying. Julia Lynn.
Rachel Lipman. Lindsay Lipson. Jennifer Liu. Mason Liu. Justin Lloyd. Evan Joseph Long. Daniel Lorberg. Nicole Delia Lorenzo. Michael Louie. Kaylee Lubchinsky, Amanda Lopayton, Aaron Lucia, Michael Luongo, Robert Lee, Bradley James McNiven, Leanna Macatella, Hafsa Muhammad, Monica Maged Makar, Nicholas Maldonado, Matthew Mandel, Carly Brooke Mandel, Amber Mangru, Mariana Marquez, Kimberly Ariel Mars, Alana Martinez, Esther Isabel Martinez, Marvin Martinez Avellino, Tion P. Mastro, Alina Matai, Egan McDermott, Brian McDonald, Alicia McLaughlin, Leela McLeod, Tahila McLeod, Kennedy Jean McMahon, Nicole me, Aisha Vipur Meha, Ria Apurva Mehta, Daniela Meringer, Myra Nazari Mihan, Molly Mignano, Nicholas Minikel, Roma Mitra, Catherine Kira Mooring, Brandon Moy, Sophia Nicole Montoya, Moheb Muad, Stephanie Morales, Ryan Moreno Gonzalez, Marina S. Musa, Mina Musa, Emily Mulligan, Jade Munez, Abisaradev Murmu, Colin Murnane, David Mishailov, Grace Myers, Bianca Nakar, Meghana Nampali, Rohan Nampali, Mary Nashid, Noor Nasir, Sandy Nasser, Timothy Nasrallah, Alian Nathaniel, Tucker Nevin, Amanda Nevis, Joshua Newton, Kayla Newton, Shelley A. Nazaria, Ashley Gabriella Ing, Regina Ing, Paul Angelo Nicolero, Luis Nieves, Arjun Ningaya, Ariel May Talentino Nones, Jacob Travis Norris, Suzanne Lynn O'Reilly, Michael Oberndorfer. Maria Oriana. Deidra O'Toole. Raymond O. Alice Osipova. Emily Dana Ozer. Herman Pacheco Silva. Mayor Patel. Shivam J. Patel. Shavang Sunit Patel. Sneh Sunit Patel. Anushka Pathak. Nicholas Arthur Patton. Sean Michael Patrick. Tirtha Patwarden. Gabrielle Paula. Frank E. Pierce III. Antonio Pelez. Aaron Perez. Caitlin May Perez. Jerson F. Perez. Rafael Perez. Reina Sadi Perez. CN Jade Perez. Emma Jacqueline Perone. Christian Perrine. Michaela Juliana Picasso. Alan Pearson. Michael Pilarti. Samuel Aaron Platzman. Ben Plauner. Brandon Pona. David Joshua Portnoy. Ria Passad. Jihad Keon Price. Philip Prigoshi. Kenneth Kwok. Samantha Kwan. Connor Quinn. Ragib. Marina Ragib. Pavan N. Ramani. Rachel Ramnarine. Anthony Joseph Ramos. Nicholas Ranzio. Latsia Raisin. Jason Ray. Tai Chi Joseph Rebeli. Justin Reynoso Dume. John Risk. Mark Risk. Matthew Riccio. Elaine K. Richo. Jared Alexander Rosenblum. Raquel Rocha. Dylan Rodriguez. Stacy Rodriguez. Naomi Rodriguez Rust. Keegan Roeder. Rebecca Hannah Rollman. Isabella Roque. Jared Scott Rossman. David Andrew Roeder. Tiana Roy Chaudry. Alexandra Rosentuler. Xavier Alex Ruiz.
Daniel Sacristan. Simrad Sudarangani. Rashika Sakuja. Isha Salim. Wessam Soleil. Salvatore Giovanni Salsa. Thrishna Rebecca Samaru. Siddharth Sambath Ramkumar. Bargaru Samineni. Ridge Sanger. Stephanie Alves Santa Ana. Noah Sarmento. Danielle Sawyer. Lexi Schoen. Sarah Ann Schultz. Meta Silam. Hannah Seidman. Justin Semple. Brandon Michael Sims. Ashley Marie Soreo. Joseph Soreo. Neil Shah. Rishabh Shah. Christina Shaker. Maxim Shama. Liam Shami. George Shahada. Mina Shanuda. Gina Shin. Nirvan Shukla. Mark Seideluski. Danielle Brooke Silver. Abhay Singh. Aditya Singh. Alyssa Smith. Kaylin Allah Smith. Jacob Snow. Nabiha Mumtaz Sohrawari. Max Solar. Minas Solomon. Sandra Solomon. Naira Mohammed Sultani. Jack Summers. Nicolette Irene Sonator. Jad Ziad Sufi. Theodore Spielman. Joshua Staana. Jake Stein. Ari Steinberg. Maya Steinberg. Michaela Brooke Steinberg. Magnus Steinberg. Amy Jade Stern. Congratulations, love. Kylie Isabel Suarez. Frank Sun. Kenny Sun. Wesley Sun. Michael Sutton. Rosanna Sychevsky. Sachit Taduvai. Patrick Taggarty. Beautiful. Michael Tagliaferro. Brianna Tam. Eptasam Tammer. Aichung Alice Tan. Brian Tang. Anne Tanyus. Aiton Tanyus. Rishi Taparia. Thomas Tartar. Olivier Tattagreen. Chloe Jane Tauber. Andrew Osaman Tawadros. Giovanni Tawadros. Brianna Tadaldi. Nashita Reddy. Jack Thiel. Saikumar Telapalli. Ajay Thomas. Rodney Toa. Caitlin Tong. Andrea Tomas. Sean Traska. Jeremy Turner. Kevin Umayalan. Nicholas Urschel. Catherine Valentinova. Daniela Vega. Demi Nicole Vega. Saisanjana Velampali. Lucas Vidal. Raquel Vilas. Christopher Vivar. Isha Vora. Brandon Thomas Walsh. Juliana Walsh. Jessica H. Wang. Cameron T. Wang. George Carrillos Wasif. Rosemary Way. Brianna Hope Wiener. Max Weiss. Mina Adele William. Justin Winch. Kira Witham. Belinda Wong. Elaine Wong. Ernest Wong. Micah Wong. Justin Wu. Jonathan Wu. Karen Wu. Max Wu. Nathan James Winter. Wensing Xia. Jennifer Xing. Andrew Xu. Elizabeth Xu. Emily Xu. Sarah Martina Yakub. Rebecca Louise Yeager. Yushan Yang. Nicole Yen. Min Jung Yu. Min Sun Yu. Justin Young. Angela A. Youssef. Catherine Yu. Aruba Youssef. Nicholas Zades. Dominic Zajac. Christine Zachary. Jonathan Zargo. Abigail Rose Zawacki. Boris Zeltzer. Dina Zemlenker. Eileen Zhang. Kevin Zhao. Daisy Zhu. Hunter Zimbicki. Abigail Zuckerman. Andrew Zuckerman. Jonathan Zuckerman.